Welcome everyone to another PvP video. Today we're really going to take a deeper look into Vigoroth to see if he really deserves the name King of the Jungle. And we can only do that with battles. First off, one of our better sparring partners, Michelle. She goes with a Minin. We go with our Vigoroth as a lead. Now Vigoroth is a relatively safe lead here. There's really not many Pokemon that hard counter it. If you remember in Tempest Cup, we had Tropius as the staple Pokemon, or Abomasnow. But you had Pokemon that had the ability to hard counter it. For example, a Skarmory. You'd be able to throw a Skarmory, farm it up for a bunch of energy, and not use a single charge move. Also, the Ice Boys. You had Frostlass, you had a bunch of ice Pokemon that had the ability to stop a Tropius. Vigoroth doesn't really have that in this cup. He has a few different Pokemon that soft counter it, but they still have to use shields. You go up against a Heracross. Heracross is doing super effective damage with a counter fast move, but it's really not walling a Vigoroth. So as you can see here, we threw him out as a lead. He took care of about 1.5 Pokemon, and it left the other 2 Pokemon with a pretty good lead to take care of the rest of the game. Here, Fortress was able to take care of the Graveler, take this X-Scissor, and our Raichu was able to Thundershock her Scyther down. So Vigoroth put us in a nice early lead. He's a super solid lead Pokemon if you choose to use him that way. And we were able to collect the win. Now again, we're going to end up leading Vigoroth here. And she's going to lead with Noctowl. Now, Noctowl, being another staple in this meta, taking care of all the grass and bug types, we're almost able to get 2 full body slams before she releases that first Sky attack. Here's body slam number 1. And then here's body slam number 2. So look at that, we were able to get 2 body slams off. We use a shield since she used one, and we're able to get our 3rd body slam off. So whenever you're able to get 3 charge moves to the opponent's 2, you're usually in a good spot. Now she uses some good Vigoroth play here, coming in to take care of mine. Now we use our Lantern here. We're gonna get hit with a body slam. And again, before we're even able to get to another Thunderbolt, I'm pretty sure she was ready with another body slam. Anyway, she swaps out. We hit the Raichu with a Thunderbolt. We block this Wild Charge. And we're gonna hit this Thunderbolt real quick. She decides to keep the Raichu alive, and that's because it had some energy. Brick Break takes us out. Now we have Noctowl out here. It has no choice but to take this body slam. But lucky for us, we're able to get to a Sky attack to clean up this game. So again, Vigoroth put us out in a nice early lead. We were able to stay ahead of a few of her Pokemon. She brought her own Vigoroth, but lucky for us, we were able to take that. Now let's take a look at Vigoroth in the middle of the lineup. We're going to lead with a Lantern here. She goes Graveler. So we have a super positive lead here. Look how much damage that Water Gun does. And she's going to end up swapping into her Vigoroth. Great play on her end. We go right into Thunderbolt and bail out of there right into a Vigoroth counter. Like I mentioned before, even Vigoroth counters have to shield. So that body slam is still going to do a ton of damage once it hits. Now in this particular scenario, I get super greedy trying to feint down that Graveler with counter, and I left a ton of energy on the table there. So we have our Fortress, she has her Scyther. This is a pretty positive matchup for us because there's really not much that Scyther can do to Fortress. So after she uses her energy, we go into our lantern. And our lantern's pretty much going to clean this up. Water gun's a pain in the butt. And at this point, she decides not to shield just because she knows that at this point the game is over. So again, Vigoroth did a pretty good job for us on this particular one. Body Slam was killing it. Now we have a new opponent here, part of the Ghost Stadium Discord. We're going to again lead with Vigoroth. He's going to lead with Lantern. This puts us in a pretty good spot. We have the ability to use Bulldoze, which is going to hit it for super effective damage. But we're going to charge to the Bulldoze and then go for back-to-back Body Slam. Most likely, he'll end up shielding one, if not two. He actually doesn't. But look at that. We're up to a third Body Slam and into his second Pokemon. So this is awesome for us. With one Pokemon, we took a shield, got rid of a Pokemon, but now we're up against his Vigoroth. So we have to be careful here. Bulldoze does a little bit more than half damage to us, and we really want to hit that Thunderbolt. So we use a shield, hit the Thunderbolt. He's going to end up... Oh, and he actually swapped in. So lucky for us, he's switch locked, so we go right into our Noctowl. We get some lag, but no worries. He uses a Sludge Bomb, and we're going to just continue to use fast attacks to feint him down. Our Noctowl has a bunch of energy here, so we're going to go back-to-back Sky Attacks. One to burn the shield, and the next one to seal the victory. So he used some pretty swift Vigoroth gameplay here to keep his Pokemon alive. But lucky for us, our Noctowl was able to farm his Venusaur. In this next match, we're going to lead Forretress. He's going to lead Lantern. Now, Bug Bite and Water Gun are going to do pretty good damage to each other. We really want to get to that Earthquake, but he pulls out at that last second right into Noctowl. So we're going to hit that Heavy Slam. And we got that Vigoroth just countering away. So we like this Vigoroth in this matchup. We're going to shield. And we should be able to get this Body Slam and then the next Body Slam off. Ooh, even better, we feint it with counter. So now we have a full Body Slam ready to go. So he's actually going to switch in his Lantern, try to hit us with a Thunderbolt, but we're going to block Vigoroth here. And we're just going to keep farming energy. Now we have a back-to-back Body Slam ready. First one gets blocked, and he lets the second one go through. So this puts us in another position where we know he's going to be close to Thunderbolt, so we use yet another Body Slam. And we're actually able to get both shields off of his Lantern. So this puts us in a great position. We're going to use our Lantern. And we should be able to finish it off with a Thunderbolt or come really close. Awesome. So he's going to hit us with a Bulldoze. But lucky for us, we had a good amount of health here. And we swap in to clean up the Lantern. So once again, Vigoroth was able to bust 2 shields, take care of a full Pokemon, and it really left Forretress and Lantern with enough time and energy to clean up the rest. Now again, we're going to go with another Vigoroth lead here against Noctowl. You've seen this matchup already 2 or 3 times. So we are going to overcharge. It's going to get to a point where one of us has to use a charge move. So we go Body Slam. And we hit another Body Slam to draw that first shield. So at this point, we know that a Sky Attack won't feint us, but we got that third Body Slam. So we are ahead on shields, and we got rid of a Pokemon. Now we have our Noctowl coming in, farming that Venusaur. He makes a switch into Vigoroth, we let that sky attack loose and switch into our lantern. But now this Vigoroth has no shields to protect it, and we have a lovely lantern that's going to let go of that thunderbolt whenever he's done body slamming us. The reason why we let those go is because we did not want that Venusaur to farm us for energy, since we knew it was in the back. Now we have this Noctowl that's going to clean up this game. We wanted a nice clean victory here. We wanted to get that sky attack off. Awesome. Now those were some practical ways of using Vigoroth, either as a lead or as a save switch. And I think it's pretty safe to say that this funky creature is definitely king of the jungle. Hope you all enjoyed the video. Catch me next time. Out.